What's good, y'all? It's TTS. Now, last night, the NFL finally gave us the schedule for the Chicago Bears for this upcoming season. And this is a very light schedule compared to previous year. And I expect the playoffs in the 10-7 season for the Bears this year. Yeah, so let's get into it right now. Now, they got week 1 against Tennessee, and I got us winning the game because the Tennessee secondary is very bad, and they lack edge rushing depth, specifically behind Jeremy Simmons, who's their 3 technique over there still, and Caleb Williams is an overall better prospect than Will Levis, and they don't have the secondary to be able to guard Keenan Allen and DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. So the secondary will eat. And 2, what's going to be the Titans' identity for week 1? No Derrick Henry, no Mike Vrabel, a new head coach. So it's like, what are they? What are their identity? I just feel like they overpaid for agent free agents. The Texans, I got that as a loss. They already have an established young quarterback, and they already have one of the best defensive minds in football, and DeMeco Ryans, and I don't think Matt Eberflus is there yet. He hasn't shown it, so I'm going based on what he shows. So I got us a loss there. The Colts, I actually have them as a playoff team as well, but I'll give the Bears the win there today because it's going to be very common. Yes, the Colts does have a young defensive line with DeForest Buckner, Kwity Paye, and Laiatu Latu, but that secondary is not going to be able to hold up against Allen, Moore, and Williams. And is Anthony Richardson accurate enough consistently down the field for us to for the Bears to get out that high, that cover 2 shell that we love to run? I don't know yet, so I'm gonna go with the Bears getting the win there. The Rams, I got that as a loss. You still gotta respect Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. That's just a top 5 head coach quarterback duo in the NFL still right now. I think the Bears would lose that game. Then the Panthers, they just suck. You know what I'm saying? Suck all from the GM down. It's just terrible over there. There's no reason for the Bears to win that game. We have everything better than them. Same with the Commanders. Outside of Dan Quinn, we just have an overall better roster and better infrastructure than they do right now. I can't believe we're saying we got a decent infrastructure. Now I got a surprise here with the Niners in week 10, in week 9. I got us winning this game against the 49ers. The reasons why is because usually by this point in the year, the 49ers are never healthy and their core guys are getting older. Juszczyk's in their 30s. George Kittle's in their 30s. Trent Williams is like 36. I don't know what's going on with Brett and Ayuk. Can Purdy actually elevate his team for substantial success? I don't know yet. CMC, you know how running back they age like in dog years towards the end of their career. So him pushing 30, I don't know how good he's gonna be for how long, especially at this point in the year. And we know they're a physical football team, so 9 out of 10 times it's gonna be at least 2-3 core guys hurt. Greenlaw's coming off a torn Achilles, so I don't know about the 49ers being as strong this year like they was previously. I think they were supposed to win the Super Bowl last year. That was their best chance. New England, this is gonna be a bloodbath. Why? Because New England still has a very elite defense. Belichick, although he's not there anymore, he still left them in great defense. Now, they was missing Christian Gonzalez and Matthew Judon most of the last year. So, and that defense is still top 10 in the league. So that defense isn't going anywhere like people try to make it seem like. I don't think that offense can consistently put up 20 points a game for them to contend this year, but it's going to be a low-scoring bloodbath. I think the Bears are going to take advantage of Drake May's takeaways, and they're going to win that game. It's going to be an ugly one, that game, like around 16-13. It's going to be like a game one of those games. But then we finally got the Packers. Now, this first upcoming matchup against the Packers, I got us losing that game against a team that's well-established, and I don't see a weakness over there in Green Bay right now. They got pass rush depth, they got linebackers, they got quality DBs. Not good enough to guard DJ Moore and Rome Odunze and Keenan Allen, but it's still good enough. It's good enough. You know what I'm saying? It's good enough. No secondary is going to be fair up against them 3, but everything else that Green Bay got going for them overall team development, and there's just no weakness over there. The Vikings, I have a loss the first time going around against the Vikings as well because like you still got respect teams in the division. I don't know why Bears fans talking like the Vikings is gonna be so bad this year. They just too talented over there. You know what I'm saying? You know we struggle with Aaron Jones and covering high quality tight ends and guys like Sam Laporta last year and Trey McBride last year. Like whenever we played a good quality tight end, we seem to struggle against them. On top of, we already know Justin Jefferson does to our secondary. And they got Jordan Addison as well. I mean, regardless who's playing at this point in the season, Brad, that's Sam Darnold or JJ McCarthy, they still going to be a very quality opponent. They're going to be a 7-8 win team this year. It's not like the sky's just falling over there. That's not the case. And I trust their coaching staff with Brian Flores and Kevin O'Connell more than ours with Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron and the crew. So I'll give the Vikings their respect, and I think they're gonna win the game or two over there. I think they win the first matchup. Lions, I got us losing that first game against the Lions. I just feel like they improved because they didn't lose anything, but they also gained a lot of depth in that secondary. You know what I'm saying? A lot of young guys like Brian Branch and Terrion Arnold, they just drafted. It's going to really shore up that secondary, and hopefully, depending on how James Houston come back on the opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson, if he can get back to that rookie level that he was at the year before, they're going to have a pass rush as well. So I think they're a very deep team. So I feel like they're going to give us a due. The Cardinals got us losing that game as well. I think the Cardinals are going to make a video on them this offseason. The Cardinals, they're the deepest team in the league. They're the most improved team in the league. Adding Marvin Harrison Jr. was just icing on the cake for Kyler Murray. We know how Kyler Murray get down when he has a wide receiver like that. Look how DeAndre Hopkins elevated him back in 2020. How well he played there. So I think I just feel like they're the most improved team in the league. They added a lot of pieces over there on defense with Robinson and our guy Justin Jones. Budda Baker is still there, so I just feel like they may be at this time around like they did in 2021. The Lions. I just feel like we're gonna beat the Lions this time around. I just think we do. Seattle, week 17. I just feel like they're going through a full rebuild. I don't know if Jim Smith is going to be the long-term answer at the quarterback position there. McDonald, he's going to be fully rebuilding that defense, so I don't expect to be very good this year till that thing is fully rebuilt for next year. One more cap space. They just got rid of Quandre Diggs and Jamal Allen. They just got rid of half that secondary, so I expect us to get the win there. And then I expect us to finally win in Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Week 18. I expect us to win this game. We gotta beat Green Bay at least once. It ain't really no real reason. I just put Week 18. I think we split every team in the division, go 3-3 this year. So I got us winning in Lambeau for the first time in since 2015, since the Brett Favre retirement game. It will be embarrassing for us to lose 12 times in a row to the Packers. Yeah, I just don't want to imagine it. I don't want to see it. I just want us to finally get it done against Green Bay this year. Specifically in their home turf, because we haven't beat them in Lambeau since 2015. Like, you know how long ago Brett Favre retirement game was? That was way back in 2015. I think I was a freshman in high school the last time we beat the Packers in Green Bay. You going back 9 years ago. So that's the video I got today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I predicted a 10-7 season and the Bears making the playoffs. So let's see what they do here this year. I'm excited. Oh, this is my mistake right here. I forgot all about the Jags in week 6. I got us losing that game because I just feel like the Jags got all the advantage for that game. One, they got a better coach. They have a more experienced quarterback than him as of right now. And Trevor Lawrence, he just coming off back-to-back 4,000-yard season. and he was hurt at the end of last year, so the narrative really flipped against Trevor Lawrence, but he's still a damn good quarterback. But due to the Jags going to London twice last year, they're going to have a huge advantage over the Bears this year because the Bears not used to playing out there. You know, so the time zones and everything's different. I think we got to get up at 8 in the morning to watch that game. So y'all remember that game against London, when the Bears played the Raiders that year with Gruden and them? Yeah, I think I just think it's not a good matchup for the Bears that week. So I got us losing that game as well. Here's the prediction on the screen. Like,